Did you know that in Overwatch 1.1, Overwatch 2, you can say hello to the robot on the push maps and it will say hello back?
Biotic healing ready for use.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of Arthur Morgan. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll send you a golden goose. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Doom 3. Now, over the last couple of episodes of this series, we found tons of cool details from the quote-unquote runt of the Doom litter. But today's Doom 3 detail requires a lot of dedication. During the opening section of the game, you can find an arcade machine for Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3. Now, Turkey Puncher 3 is about as simple as it gets. You punch turkeys. That's it. Now, whilst punching turkeys wasn't in your job description, you can spend as long as you like playing the poultry beating simulator. Eventually, after reaching 25,000 points, which takes a really long time, you'll be rewarded with the Killing Time achievement. That's not all though. You'll also be sent a message on your PDA congratulating you on your high score, whilst also informing you that you've been docked 2 days' pay for the incredible amount of time you've wasted punching poor defenceless turkeys. I'll let you guys decide if the punishment was worth it. Next up is the Eggcellent Grounded. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you have had to deal with the loss of a pet at some point in your lives. Depending on the size of the pet, many families will choose to bury them in the garden. Well, in Grounded, you can find one such grave. At this location on the map, you can find the grave of Dan the Hamster III, who lived to the ripe old age of 1. Heading underground near the gravestone reveals the remains of Dan, who looks a lot more intimidating when you've been shrunk to the size of an ant. The thing is, if you take a closer look at Dan's remains, you can see that he seemingly died with chewing gum in his stomach. Now, that might not have been the cause of Dan's death, but it probably didn't help. What's really cool is, if you head to the Oak Tree Lab, you can find a picture of 2 children feeding a hamster, presumably Dan, a piece of chewing gum. I love details like this. It's the sort of detail that fleshes out a world and makes it feel lived in. Next up is the often forgotten The Dishwasher Vampire Smile. Originally releasing in 2011 on Xbox 360 before releasing on PC in 2017, Vampire Smile is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up filled with copious amounts of blood. Now, The Dishwasher is not an easy game, so dying will happen. A lot. The thing is, if players keep dying in your game, they may give up, or worse, ask for a refund. Perhaps that explains why when you die one too many times, the Pretty Princess difficulty will become an option. This difficulty sees you dealing more damage whilst taking less. Not only that, but the game's grungy look has been replaced with a purple colour scheme that sees love hearts floating across the screen. What's funny is, the game is still challenging, even on the Pretty Princess mode, but at least you can struggle whilst being soothed with bright colours and love hearts. Next up is Batman Arkham Knight. Now, I recently made the decision to slow down on the Arkham Knight details in this series, as I felt like that game was starting to take over. But with Gotham Knights releasing this week, I felt the hankering for more Batman-related details. First up is another detail involving our annoying friend, the Riddler. Now, in episode 98 of this series, we found out that you could annoy the Riddler by refusing to solve one of his riddles. Well, during the 5th Riddler trial, if you struggle to land on the 3rd pad, the Riddler will once again lose his patience with you.
You can't do it, can you? Does this mean I've won? Yes, I've won! It feels empty, hollow. Too soon. Look, just hit this switch and I'll adjust the difficulty of the challenge to kindergarten level. Kindergarten level.
So after celebrating finally beating the Bat, the Riddler decides that defeating Batman in this manner doesn't feel as good as he thought it would, so provides a button for Batman to press so that the challenge becomes easier. Now, I did fail again, even after pressing the button, just to see what happens, but the Riddler didn't have anything else to say, which is unlike him. The other Arkham Knight detail that I wanted to share is a little more subtle. Dotted around the streets of Gotham are abandoned cars, and if you equip the remote electrical charge and shoot one of these cars, this will happen. So the shot from the wreck gun will briefly spark some life into the cars. Like I said, it's a subtle detail that I personally think is really cool. Up next is Styx Shards of Darkness. Releasing in 2017, Styx sees you playing as Styx, an intelligent goblin who moonlights as a thief for hire. Being a goblin, Styx is pretty useless when it comes to combat, so it's best to rely on stealth and attack your enemies from behind, which is how I treat your mum. Now, the thing with stealth games is that even the best laid plans often go wrong. It's just that in Shards of Darkness, that will usually mean death. Still, not a problem, just reload your last save and try again. Well, you can do that, but not before Styx gives you a piece of his mind first.
Ordering a double pepperoni pizza with extra cheese, please. This is gonna take time. Dead again? Is that your controller in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? Let's make a deal. You stop killing me, and I won't tell anyone what you did with that apple pie. I thought I was sick. Did you stream that? I want a percentage on your best goblin death compilation. Hey, listen, there's no need to be ashamed. I'm not gonna tell anyone if you put the level of difficulty down. You are dead. No, I'm dead. You'll be out getting laid soon. Wait, lean in closer to the screen. Maybe not. I read the script, and I know we get past this. It's just a matter of time. That's it. Game over, man. We're in some real pretty shit now. Listen, I may be digitized, but I'm not stupid. What's your excuse? I'll be back.
Now, a couple of these hilarious death scenes actually reference movies, so let me know which ones you recognise in the comments down below. Right, let's end today's video with Phasmophobia. Now, we recently covered Phasmophobia in episode 83 of the video game Easter egg series, where we found that by looking into a door would cause some spooky cloaked figures to spawn. Well, before the most recent update, looking through that door would result in a jump scare caused by a ghostly looking woman. Now, as you just saw, that woman is no longer there. Or is she? If you turn the game's brightness all the way up and equip the UV torch, you can see this. So it turns out that the woman is still most definitely in the room. The other detail that can be found in Phasmophobia by messing with the brightness is this. So hanging above the door are 3 body bags. Though judging from all that moving, one of the people in the body bags is very much alive. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets and hidden details in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.